today by Talis Tap Room and Terrace, 787 Mercer Grove City Road, Mercer, Pennsylvania. Hours of operation: Monday, Tuesday closed. Wednesday, Thursday, 12 to 9. Friday, Saturday, 12 to 10. And Sunday, 12 to 8. That's Talis Tap Room and Terrace, Mercer, Pennsylvania, 787 Mercer Grove City Road, Mercer, Pennsylvania. For reservations, please call 724-269-7687. And now for the show.
I get love where I come from. They sell drugs where I come from. A whole lot of thugs where I come from. Still a whole lot of love where I come from. You get hurt where I come from, but you can't search where I come from. You get down by the gun where I come from. Still a whole lot of love where I come from.
They ask me why I'm humble and I never smile. I tell them life is like a batch until I settle down. Life is like a boxing match, can you go several rounds? I'm from the F, fighting death in this ghetto town. A lot of stress on the brain, feel like a tumor. Said I retired, I was lying just to crush the rumors. I'm the big kahuna, I get you canned like tuna. And if I had a son, he would be my junior.
Yo, welcome back.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's up, Farrell?
Yes, sir. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of the Farrell Podcast. Yes, sir. We got GOAT Talk with the Hall of Fame Coach Jarrett Samuels. And I am Podcast P, the leader of the Ballhead Nation, the mayor, Mark P.
And it's your man, DJ Rich Stacks, king of the big backs. We back in the building. Season 2. What's up, Ma? How you been, bro?
What's up? What's up? Coach J, you want to...
Yes, sir, Coach
Hey.
J.
Ain't like that.
Farrell Podcast. Thanks for having me, gentlemen. I
Thank you
appreciate
for coming
it,
through,
man.
Coach.
All love. I'm glad to be here. And let's get it cracking. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My brother, how was your weekend, Coach J?
Beautiful, man. We got a chance to hang out with my boys. Omar, my brother. I call him my young uncle. A young uncle. But we was raised as brothers. You know, every day he's been alive. He been with me. So we always been together. So it's like we like you know, German month. You know, we brothers, you know, forever. So it was good to get everybody to come out, you know, to the casino and hang out with him, man. Just rap, fellowship, party, sip a little bit, fellowship,
Yes,
enjoy
sir.
the band. You know, we on our grown up now, man. So that was an excellent time.
The franchise band, right?
Yes, sir.
Franchise band, Vinny Booth,
That's your cousin
Cameron
Vinny.
Product,
Shout out,
our
kid.
boy.
Yes, sir.
The franchise band, they turn up all the time, man. They always good. It's always an excellent show. We always dancing, singing. This is a really good time.
That's what's up. Living life and enjoying life, man.
So
Definitely.
that's all we can do, man.
Yes,
That's all
sir.
we can do, man. As we get older, we on that back nine, you know.
Yes,
course.
sir.
So we on
Yeah.
that back nine, man. Every moment is special, man. So whenever I can get out and enjoy myself and my family and my friends and my brothers, it's all love, man. Because you know, life ain't promised to none of us.
Yes, sir.
True indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Richard, how was your weekend, fam?
Weekend was blessed. Was fortunate enough to be there, able to sit down and watch some good college basketball this weekend. You know, unfortunately, the sponsor of the show, Talbot, the Wolf Pack, they didn't pull it out like I wanted it to. Fast shout to Talbot, man, to Cal, man. The
Big
Wolf Pack.
DJ Burns in
Yeah,
the board.
man, they had me rooting for the big man. You see how many endorsement deals that young man got?
Yeah.
Just off his gameplay?
Yeah.
That's true excellence right there.
Stacked up.
Definitely. But watched some good basketball, sat back and, you know, just had some me time. I had a little battle with the gout. You know, I had my legs swole up 3 times the size it's supposed to be.
Man.
Yeah, that was from the previous week at Easter, eating all that roasted, drinking that 100 proof liquor.
Oh no.
Yeah, it definitely kind of caught up with me. But how was your weekend, man?
Man, shoot, I just kicked back a little bit and like yourself, watched some games and everything, and I've been experiencing some life-changing moments ever since I turned 49. Shoot, you talking about your gout. Man, since I turned 49, I've been experiencing some pain, like going through my arm and stuff. So I went to the emergency room, They did an EKG, some blood work, and X-ray. Nothing. They couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
So now I got to go to a orthopedic doctor to see
Right.
what's going on or whatever. But in the meantime, I got this on. Then I got the
you
Allen
put-
Tyson,
put me in the game,
Iverson
Coach.
going out in the TNT.
Put me in the game,
board.
Coach.
Yeah, I know. All the time I made fun of Allen Tyson. You know I got Allen Tyson. See what I'm saying? See, God don't like ugly. See, I'm talking about Franklin all these times.
He don't like ugly, but he
Look
knows
at
hard
me.
though.
Look at me. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna drop this thing. Let me put this thing down.
Yeah, we at that age now, man. You get out of bed, man. You gotta get a pre-stretch.
You know,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I gotta be to work. I gotta be up and ready for work at what? I gotta be there at 7:30, so I gotta get up at 6:45 to get ready to be to work.
Like
Like,
5:50 every
Yeah.
day, man. Snap, crackle, and pop with the cereal.
yes, sir.
Everything
man.
cracking, everything popping.
Right, man. Shoot, and just like the old folks say, a couple of lawyers told me a couple of times, you'll find out. Just keep on living.
Oh,
You'll
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I've
I'm
never
laughing.
been
Nah,
true.
not me, not me.
Yeah, bro.
So now you're 40, that's for feeling that.
Bro, never
Yeah,
been
that's
true.
true. That's what Ma Dukes told me. My mom told me, she said, you hit 40, and broken bones and stuff is gonna start aching.
Yeah.
You're gonna know when it's raining. She was like, right before you turn 50 though, is when real fun happen. That's when new stuff start popping up. Like you get up in the morning, you put your toe in your sandal or in your bedroom shoes and get ready to get up, and you done pulled your hip out of place. Like,
Right. Everything sounds crazy. But hopping back to the basketball tip,
Yeah.
fast shout out to Dawn Staley.
Yes.
And the South Carolina women's basketball team, phenomenal job.
Yeah.
You know, they it was a well put together roster, stacked bench,
Yes.
through and through. They
Freshman.
said that
yeah.
Freshman, man.
she preached defense. They already had the offense. They said Malaysia for a while he sat because when she first got there, she wasn't, too up on
Right,
defense.
right,
And they said Dawn
right.
Staley talked with her and her mom to
Mhm.
let them know, like, hey, ain't nothing personal. This
I'm
is
gonna
what it
bench
is.
you.
Yeah. Obviously, she turned things around, but she
Yeah.
was killing it
Yeah.
this whole season coming off the bench, going hard out there. So, fat shout out to them, and
Yeah.
with a roster full of stars,
Yeah.
Cardoza, Chloe Kitts, Ashlyn Watkins,
Complete team. man.
Raven Johnson, the Johnson girls, Tessa Johnson, Tahani Popo, Pow, man, the roster
Team
was
is stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the way they play fundamental like team basketball.
Team defense.
Like, yeah.
Like, really.
They was pressing all game.
Yeah.
And they kind of took a page out of what
UConn.
UConn. Yep.
They just have more bodies to go at her.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it is more athletic, they throw the bodies at her, and they wore her down.
Yep.
You saw her towards the end of the first half, she was taking a deep breath.
Yeah.
Caitlin Curry, I call her.
Right.
She's
You
definitely get that
you
3-pointer.
gotta give her props.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. You got to take your hats off, and she is definitely.
What impressed me more about her yesterday was the passing.
Yes,
I mean, she was throwing dimes, man, and man.
and making opportunities for other players.
Yeah. She definitely, that team don't even get to the Sweet 16 without her on it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There might have been a first round knockout, if they didn't have her on the team. Like, she's really that good, man.
Yeah, but it's really exciting to see like people take more of an interest into.
Oh, I
basketball.
love women's
Yeah.
basketball, man. I was telling you earlier, I watched it more this year than I did any men's games. I
Yeah.
stay tuned into the women because the fundamentals, man, and the team concepts, and now you got stars like Juju Watkins, and you got the girl from Notre Dame. She bad.
Yeah.
The Sellers girl from Maryland.
Yeah.
She had throw connections here, and it's just good basketball, man. But it's also good coaching too.
Oh, yeah,
it is.
definitely.
Dawn
Don Staley hats off.
should get a call from Kentucky, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. She can coach them, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
She just.
So what an appropriate time, like.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, man. She know how to get talent together and organize talent, man.
Oh yeah.
I was watching something today about Calipari, man. He was there 15 years. He said he had 28 lottery picks and only won one title.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I'm a Kentucky fan.
Yeah.
So hands, yeah. You heard me be like, yeah, I got all of them. Yeah.
Man.
Shoot, man. I've been down with them since the Patino days and Tubby
Right,
Smith, and
right.
so to see him come, yeah, I know all about it. Oh, I was happy to see him. I was just telling my son, like, it's probably time for a change because I just think he was accustomed to benefiting like Alabama was before the NIL deals. So he was getting everything there. And when the NIL hit, like Alabama, you know, people start and then
they
that
won.
portal opened up.
Won,
So they
Yeah.
But I was saying like the portal and NIL hurt him too. I'm thinking,
no doubt about it.
I
Think
can't do
about
it
it though. Cal probably invented the NIL through the one and dones. All the guys,
true.
Come on now.
That was the blueprint for it.
Right. The gift and the curse.
So I never
I
thought
didn't
about
even think about it like that.
Yeah.
You're right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. They probably was like, nah, because let's keep these guys here a little longer and create a fair way up. You absolutely right. I would have to
Keep
agree
it
with
clean.
that.
Yeah, man.
I don't even think about it that way.
Now he's down in Arkansas.
Yeah. He's still in the SEC. You know what I mean? That's
He's still in
crazy.
competition.
Right.
But that bag talks.
Yeah, for sure.
And they promised him NIL money.
Mm-hmm.
More than Kentucky party. You know he left $45 million on the table. So that's when you know.
There's real money involved.
Yeah. He voided $45 million just to leave.
Oh,
so you know Arkansas gonna pay him for 5 years, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Adam Schefter will be breaking the details of that contract later on or tomorrow. Me and Adam cool for fantasy football.
Right.
That's Adam Schefter right now. So I got to check that out.
I swear to God, I'm convinced Adam Schefter got like listening devices in everybody's room, man. That's how he get his news.
I want to connect with resources like Adam Schefter.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
He's bad, man.
I always be saying I'm the black Adam Schefter. I aspire to be that man, be knowing everything. Man.
Everything.
Right? Right. He got 8 phones like a dope dealer. Yeah.
Phone always on, always on alert.
Yeah, he keep it going on, don't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But in the news recently, we just seen we had an earthquake on the east coast of the United States, where in New York City.
Think when Roger Travis State talking about an earthquake on the Richter scale. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Scientists said that the earthquake was magnitude 4.8. That's kind of crazy to have like them type shock waves going through major metropolitan areas like that, especially on the East Coast.
Especially on the East Coast.
And it went through New Jersey. They go
New Jersey,
Philly,
as far south, I believe, is Virginia.
But the record in New Jersey is a 5.3 on the Richter scale. So
it was close.
That was crazy.
Did y'all feel it? Y'all feel any shock waves?
Nah, but I remember one earthquake we had back, and I believe it was early
90s.
2000 or
late 90s. I remember that.
I thought a garbage truck hit my apartment when I stayed in Shenango Park, man.
I remember that I was coming home from Keystone Listen Center. I worked up there when that happened. I remember that I had a kidnapped red Intrepid.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Them Intrepids was hot. Everybody wanted a good Intrepid. Or Corsica.
Yeah.
Had you got the joints hooked up with the bangs and the mugs real good.
I had the Farrell driver's ed Corsica for 4 years. That was my car. Bro, I actually had the brake on the passenger side.
Oh my God.
You get some wisecrackers that would sit on the passenger side. I'm trying to put it in drive and drive off. We had the bar. I'm thinking I'm drunk or something. And the car won't release.
Now, who y'all had for driver's ed?
Mr. Klein. Yep.
I think we had
Mr. Klein.
We had Mr. Klein, but Mr. Burns was the tail end.
Oh yeah.
Remember Mr. Burns? You gonna be a little younger than
silver hair, kind of poor.
Yeah.
I remember Mr. Burns.
And then Mr. Klein, he took over Mr. Klein, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Moody had taken over.
Yeah.
Fast shout out to Mr. Moody, man. That was the first teacher that brought African American studies into my life.
Man.
The Farrell School District taught us a lot about stuff that wasn't being taught in regular history books.
Yeah, he showed us the Eyes on the Prize video. I know y'all watched that.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He showed us
He
that.
also showed us Mississippi burning, and that was another story. That take up the whole show.
Mr. Moody, Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah.
Give her a shout out. Oh, man.
For sure.
Actually, Mr. Moody introduced me to a lot of new people in Black history, other than just the ones that the basic school was teaching us in our curriculum. Like, outside of Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks.
Right.
He was taking it deep, like Nat Turner and
Benjamin Banneker.
He was digging deep.
He was.
Shirley Chisholm. That was recent history when we was back in school.
Absolutely, man. Actually, he was like breaking the mold, making sure that we knew.
Yeah. Because I remember there was at one point in time, they was telling racist jokes in the school, and we would laugh at it. He was the one that pulled us over to the side and said, no, don't laugh at them jokes, they're making fun of you and your culture. And I definitely took pride in that, like learning something. Definitely.
He cussed us out one time. We was watching the album. Somebody cut a joke and he turned it off. And like, you bunch of jackass. That's Mr. Moody, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta love him, man. Like,
Definitely.
man.
Heck,
Man, he's one of our heroes, man. Like, especially in the school system, where we didn't see many of us in there. You know, coming up and
You had
even
Mr.
now,
Moody and then
many of
Mr.
us.
Phillips.
I was just going to say, shout out to Mr.
Phillips. Yeah, definitely.
Higher academic
Yes.
achievement.
Yes.
That, oh man.
Yes.
We used to laugh and clown and be like, oh, higher academic achievement. But that was
He
no
definitely
way.
was that, though.
He counted that in us.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely was, man.
I remember he gave me a
Definitely
motto
was.
that I live by to the day. If your mind can conceive it, your heart can believe it, then you can achieve it.
Right.
I live by that method every day. If you can think of something, you can manifest that in real life.
And he was one of the first black head coaches up there. He coached track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was everything, man. He definitely was a leader. You know, leader of people. You know,
For sure.
We had some real ones up there. In the past, they may have heard me clown or whatever, but fat shout out to Miss Jefferson as well.
Oh, yeah,
Miss
Miss
Jefferson.
we love you, Miss
Jefferson,
J.
yes.
Sure.
Yes.
And she's responsible for a whole lot.
All the college trips, all the
Heck,
college,
yeah,
all the
heck.
black colleges.
The black colleges,
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, that's something they got to bring back.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
Miss J, yeah, she was on it, man. She definitely.
It's kind of
was on it.
fundamental because when a child sees something tangible,
Well, yeah,
then they reach,
Yeah,
they strive for it.
absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Groundbreaking stuff. And while we on the school, I was gonna wait till later, but
Okay.
you might as well dive into that now.
Yeah.
You about to hop on the school board? Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
I was talking to a couple school board members. My wife ain't too happy about it though. I told her she get the final say, so she really don't want me to get mixed up in all the drama.
Politics.
You know, but I got my own selfish reason for wanting to be on there. You know, for the community, for the school district, because we gotta start making some positive changes. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
That's insanity. So they're making some moves now that I think is gonna be positive. But we lost some good people over the last few years.
Yeah.
Administrators that
Yes.
should have never been allowed to get out of Farrell.
For
But
sure.
you know, that being said, you know, I'm thinking about it. I got time. I got
Like you said,
time.
the missus has the final say so.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she,
yeah.
she pulled the plug on that. That's a wrap. That's a
But
wrap.
that would definitely be a positive change that I think the community really appreciate. They know you definitely got a genuine love for the kids and the city of Farrell.
Yeah, I just want to see, man. I just want to see us get off that list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's we got a lot of Farrell pride. You know what I mean? And I work for the student. I work for Newcastle School District right now, but it's a different kind of pride that we have here in the city.
Yeah.
And you don't want to see the state get involved at no level. You just keep hearing like rumors about the state gonna take it over, gonna force a merger.
Oh man.
You know, and man, we just got to find a way to get our kids academically up to par, man, so they can pass those boards and those state tests. Because, and let's be honest, they all biased, the testing and all that.
Definitely.
But if we keep being on that list that can't pass it, at some point the state gonna come in. We don't care how good things are in the school, how things, you know, as far as cosmetic look, you know, school like a college campus.
Yeah.
They don't care about that. All they care about is the kids being educated.
The numbers.
The numbers,
Yeah.
and our numbers is dwindling. So we want to get our numbers up academically, man. So it's a survival mode right now. I think Farrell been in survival mode for a long time academically, and we want to change that, you know. And it's like even when I was coaching, you know, at the school, it was always like the 30% Pat carrying the 70%. 30% that's actually above board, above code, and the 70% of our students that wasn't passing, you know, those boards and things of that nature. And that was always important to me. And that's really like when I coached and everything, and it's still the standard. The athletes, I always wanted to make sure my athletes was high academic standards.
Right.
You know, because at the end of the day, that football, that basketball, that baseball, it's gonna be gone. And you gotta have something to fall back on. Something that we always, and Coach McGee's and this staff, they're doing that now. Myron is, he's turning things around, and it's just got to get everybody involved. Everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I was told at one point in time, like my mom worked for the school district forever. She said when the state get involved, even the janitor and maintenance men, like they clean the house.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
But I don't think at this point nobody want to merge with us.
That's
part of
that's
keeping things
the
slowed
positive
down.
thing about it. Yeah, no one wants to be involved with us.
They're lost.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, really.
We don't want to see that though.
No, we don't.
Want to keep Farrell high.
We do. Yeah, we do. So that's the inner passion, in me, that want to see us, not just be labeled as, sports style. Even though that's been our origins, but we still produce doctors, lawyers, businessmen,
Absolutely.
For sure.
entertainers, architects. We still,
Yes, sir.
we still pumping them out. It's just the minority of it. We want to flip that to the majority.
Definitely.
Do any one of you gentlemen know why our kids don't go to Votech? Is Votech still a thing? Do they still provide that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they still do.
I remember when we were in school, you used to go to Votech and get a jump start in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right at the start.
My daughter Savannah right now, she's in Votech.
Okay, that's
she
good.
goes in the morning. She's learning stuff about the nursing field and like getting that on the spot education right there.
Maybe it was not wasn't enough of our kids currently participating in that to where they probably ended it. I don't know. If anybody out there heard that question is watching this show, inbox me, let me know something. I would love to. Or matter of fact, we can open up the Farrell Podcast hotline for that. And if anybody has any answers for that question, hit us up at 724-418-8658. That's 724-418-8658.
Farrell Podcast Hotline, a new addition to the show this year, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
The thing is, now society is trending more towards the trades anyway.
Yeah.
It's getting away from the 4-year degrees and spending all that money because everybody can't get a scholarship.
Now we got a couple of LTIs.
I love it.
Yeah.
LTIs, California School of Trades.
Yeah.
Because those trades,
nursing.
Yeah.
So it's you got if you know a trade right now, you're in demand. That's what I love when I see
me too.
Guys like Coach like Terrell Jackson, Kevin Brody, those guys, man, running their companies, man.
Got their own businesses.
Man. It makes you feel so good inside, man, because them is guys that overachieve, man, and went above and beyond to learn that. And
Sure.
It ain't easy having your own business, starting your own company.
Nah,
You gotta know.
Right.
So it
You gotta
ain't
have
easy.
a business plan.
You got a business plan, but you gotta have some resilience too.
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
you gonna hit the bottom before you get the top.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So they doing an excellent job, man. So you gotta keep encouraging them. And
Yeah.
anybody else is gonna start their own companies, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, because they're essentially rewriting some history and breaking generational curses within their family, and also generational curses is being viewed within our community from other families as onlookers, is looking at them in a positive light, and they can see that he's building a business for his family, leaving it for his kids, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of going back to a new Farrell. You know what I mean? The old new Farrell, like how it used to be, how we was speaking earlier before the show started about how everything, how Idaho was stacked with businesses and the surrounding areas of fruit and side streets had businesses popping and everything.
Stores on every corner.
So stuff like that is promoting mindsets to open up your own businesses here in town and create funds in our community and build the community back up, as they say, buy back the block.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Because, like I said, once again, if you see something tangible, you can grab it. I believe we got somebody on the hotline right now.
We got a caller. Coming.
First caller on the Farrell Podcast.
We got a caller. Caller,
you on?
Caller, you on? Oh, you hung up. Oh, we lost a caller. They hung up.
Call back. 724-418-8658.
That's right. Hit us up. But yeah, man, that would be good to see, because I know a couple of guys that shout out to Mike Williams. He went to trade school.
Right, right.
Not trade school, but he went to be an iron worker and got his trade through there. Whitley's son, Jake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quarterback.
Hartley.
Yeah.
He got into that,
Hitch.
Hitch. He got into that. So I mean, and essentially that's generational
lawn care
wealth.
services,
Lawn care services, everything.
Man, guys building.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
You
man.
got to call her back. Call her. What's your name?
Hello,
Hello?
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, caller.
Hello, it's Kevin, man. It's Kevin Brody.
What's up,
What's up,
KB? Triple
Hey,
B.
Kev, what's up?
What's up? I was just sitting there thinking, like, man, I should call in and talk to my guy.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. I'm proud of you always, man.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too, man.
Sixth grade all the way through, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So proud of you, man. Everything you're doing with your family, everything you're doing, man. Keep grinding, man. Keep going. Just keep going.
Oh yeah. Hey, I can't stop, man. I just want you to know, man, you played a major part of my life, man. So for life, man, whatever you need, I got you.
I appreciate you, man. I love you for life, man. As long as I have breath, you know you can call me.
You know man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate you. Hey, Brody, before you get off the horn, fam, why don't you give him your link real quick?
What you say?
Why don't you give him your link real quick?
Give him my link?
Your link.
Oh, my link. Yeah, I'm just Kevin Brody on Facebook and Twitter. KevinBrodyServices.com. KevinBrodyServices@gmail.com for anybody looking for a job. I need two good guys. So I need two good grinders, man. So I need a grinder. So
see right there, job opportunity.
Yeah,
That's it.
Hey, bro, we appreciate you and thank you for being our first caller, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Yep.
Always love.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
Much love, Brody. Appreciate you. God bless, fam.
Yeah, that was dope right there.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
That's the point of it. Like,
Yeah, you don't know like the pride, like when you see a young man, he said sixth grade, I first started coaching those guys. And I'll never forget Coach House. I wasn't even coaching. I was just, working, working at, co-owning Crossroads. And Coach House, who always been like a mentor to me.
uh-huh.
He was one of the ones that, when he would come home, he always look us up and everything. So when he got hired, he was like, man, why don't you come coach, man? You'll be a good coach. And I was like, man, I'm trying to do this bad. I'm running this business. Nah, man, come coach, man. You'll be a good coach. He said, I'm going to give you the sixth grade group. You're going to follow them all the way up. I'm going to tell all right, I'm going to try this first year out, And I was the class, Kevin Brody, Jamora Whitman, Malcolm Hellstock, Rob Trudeau, Jackie Bell, wins
State football championship team.
Well, listen, Christian Jackson, Lawrencey,
Yep.
and Campbell, Donnie Cam. He moved away, and we was in sixth grade. We lost 2 games. Got them in seventh grade. We lost 1 game. By eighth grade year, this is a true story. The school was getting renovated. We didn't have anywhere to practice or play at home. We practiced at the center the whole season. Wow. Coach House put us in the 9th grade scheduling. We went 24-0. I'll never forget, Darwin Dixon was my scorekeeper, and Lamont Center was my cousin, was my assistant coach. We was everywhere. We had 24 road games. We went 24.
God.
That made, and I don't think it's ever happened in school history. Any team, any sport, 24 games on the road versus 9th graders.
That's incredible.
Yeah, if that team could have stayed together.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
And Donnie Cams ended up moving to Florida with his father, and he ended up becoming a 4-star going to being a 4-wide receiver. I mean, they was loaded. And that's when they went to, as freshmen, I followed them up. I ended up getting the Farrell football job, which no experience.
Uh-huh.
And those guys were the centerpiece of our dynasty. You know, they all played and started as freshmen. You know, we had to change some things around, and that's where it started. You know, that was the beginning. You know,
The foundation.
yeah, 2007. That was the beginning.
Dang. So that kind of like set everything off for you, huh?
Yeah, it was. We had a plan, you know, and we didn't. You know, I don't think none of us thought coming in that, you know, taking over a team that was 1-9. You know, coming back to the District 10, which we all hated it as coaches.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know nothing about it, but we did know is we knew the game. You know, people thought we didn't know the game, but we knew the game. Everybody on our staff knew football. We just knew how we wanted to form our team and how we wanted to form a culture.
Mm-hmm.
And we started forming the culture, and it was tough, man. We lost some guys because of our culture. We wanted to change the culture, so some guys, you know, we didn't make the team, kicked them off, you know, because we wanted to make sure that we was not only providing a good team on the field, but setting the culture in the classrooms.
Yeah.
So we actually got hired in February 2007, and Mr. McFerrin and Mr. Robinson, God bless them, man, they let us in the school. None of us was teachers. You know, we had degrees, some of us, but we was in the schools following them around, making sure they was going to their classes because it was
Mentoring.
Right, we was doing that. And I think those few months in the school before the season started put us on the right track because they knew what we expected of them outside of football.
Right.
And once we got into the summer, you know, I mean, I got accused of, you know, practicing too long, you know, having the kids up, you know, because we always started early.
Right.
And the reason for us starting early was we were behind. I said, we got to make up all this ground.
Yeah.
So we was actually, like they do now, you know what I mean? We had to come in and start working out early. Nobody didn't know because social media was just you know, but I didn't want nobody to know what we was doing.
Right.
You know, we was developing that plan, you know, April, May, June, and sometimes, man, it was 17-hour days before camp. Summertime,
That's how we was brought
you
up.
know, but that's
Bugsy and all them.
Yeah.
That's part of where I come from. We was training out there,
Yeah.
crab walking,
yeah.
boom, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
So it was something we had to come in and we had each kid and the parent sign a contract, you know, and we did that for a few years so we can get things stabilized. But the contract was a strict contract, curfew. We did house checks.
Oh.
You know what I mean? We
Set a standard.
we hop in there on a Thursday or a Saturday night. You know, sometimes the parents say, "Well, they upstairs sleeping. I want to see a body."
Oh, that's what's up. Golly.
But yeah, I mean, this is how the origins of this dominant program started. We started from grassroots and told the parents like 8 o'clock, we gonna send the van around, pick them up the corners, have them out, pick them up, pick them to practice, make sure everybody got there. But you ain't gonna see them until about 8 p.m.
Wow.
And that's how we kind of
That's how everything turned around.
Yeah, it turned around, and you know, they had that success that first year. I remember after the first year, you know, the players was hollering, "We back." And Coach Buck was like, "Nah, we ain't back yet.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't back to get one of them things."
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was always like, even at that first year, the expectation grew, and we was all young coaches. You know what I mean? All young, really inexperienced coaches. I mean, Coach Troy, who's still there, was the oldest on the staff. You know, got him from the midget program and brought him up, and he ended up being a running backs coach, and I think he still is a running backs coach there. But we just started everything from grassroots because all we knew how to do was work hard,
Right.
hard work. You know what I mean? And the thing about it, they say hard work beats talent, but if you got talent working hard, it's gonna make it hard to beat you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So,
Absolutely.
and we knew, like, even to be inherited, that we had pretty much the most talent in the District 10.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a matter of getting them to play together.
Structure.
Yep. The
Yeah.
whole thing was,
Discipline and structure.
yeah, discipline and structure. And once we got that down, it was teaching them, you know, about the Farrell tax.
Yeah.
About
It's everywhere.
when you get off that bus, you down 2 touchdowns. Or they gonna call 2 back on you.
Yep.
And once they understood the concept of that, and I remember Coach House always got stuff from him. When he coaching the basketball team, he was like, "Man, don't ever let them make your team submissive by the referee calls."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that always stuck with me. Like, you know, I would be out there. I didn't care if it was a bad call. I'm gonna fight for my guys.
Right.
And he would always say that, man. They trying to make you submissive, when they make all these bad calls on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he always said that don't ever make our kids submissive, and I'll never forget that as a coach.
Dang.
Yep.
That's some dope ass
Yeah,
advice.
yeah, man.
For sure. Like it's crazy to be like a fan of Farrell football and then get the behind the scenes. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Everything that went into changing everything around because
Yeah.
now prior to you taking it, now I do recall, didn't we have 1 or 2 seasons where we didn't win a game at all
No.
with the prior coaching staff, or no?
No, I think
I'm tripping.
they won.
It wasn't one
They
game.
won the first year back in D10. The first year back in D10, they won 1 game.
Dang, that was
They
almost like
they
not winning
and
that.
they
At
actually
Farrell standards.
right. They won the sharing game, but they didn't give them credit for that because they said we had an ineligible player.
Oh, okay.
And then I ended up beating somebody else, but they went 1-9, man. And it was like that was personal to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like seriously, it was personal to us
Who was
because
the coach then?
it was Coach Falcone.
Yeah,
Coach
yeah,
Falcone,
yeah.
And we was like, man, we come back to D10 and we getting, and this is how I looked at it. We can beat by the Coneyats.
Right.
They had 3
Yeah.
Coneyat teams.
Yeah, I remember all that.
And Lionsville and Kent, they was whooping us like
Right.
34-0.
So I was
28.
more at an inspiration for you to be like, you know what? Like how old boy did in the 5 Heartbeats, remember? In the one part, he's playing the beat. Like, nah, man, I can't take it. That's my music he playing with. And he went over there, he smiled at him, and he pushed him up off the piano and took over.
Right.
That was you. Just,
Well, the most important thing that year, going into that year, we watched all the film. And we watched the film. We was like, man, there's no way they should have won just 1 game. They lost about 4 games because they was out of shape.
Dang.
I swear to God. We were like, man, third quarter, they was done by third quarter. They was out of shape. So before that first camp that we had, I don't think we put a football out for like 3 days. We was just conditioning, running. That's all we was doing because I said we ain't gonna lose no games because we out of shape.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If they just better than us, they better. We ain't gonna lose no games this year because we out of shape. And then I always put it on my assistants, man. I demanded a lot from them. You know, there was love, hate times, but I was like, listen, I'm not here to micromanage you as a position coach or coordinator. You do what you do. You know what I mean? But if I want to see something, you know, let me see it. You know what I mean? Or me and Coach always go at it because he had the defense and everything. And every time it's like, you know, I'm arguing, I want to see this, I want to see that. And he'd be like, all right, go ahead, F it, I'm going to show you. And he would actually let it happen. I was like, all right, man, go do your thing. You know, there was a lot of times like that, but I never wanted to have my coaches be yes men or micromanagement. No, I want, this is your department, so having a business. This is your department, this is your area, Make sure it's tight. You know what the mission is. If it ain't tight, you're going to hear my mouth. If you know, sometimes you got to ignore me. Sometimes I'm going to speak out of turn, but at the end of the day, this is our corporation that we building. Make sure your area is tight. Your department got to be tight for us to be successful.
And so, how do you feel? Well, I know how you feel, but to see some of your players go out and get coaching jobs, and some of the guys that was coaching with you go on to get coaching jobs, like that's all off of you. You know,
They asked me that question
under your umbrella and stuff.
at the Hall of Fame. They asked me that question during my interview. They said, well, what was the most important achievement, you know, as a coach? And I said, well, watching my guys graduate. Because we grew up, man, and even the guys who grew up, you know, late 70s, 80s, I mean, you can name about 100 people that had the talent, you know what I mean, had the ambition and everything, but some of them didn't have the grades. That was always a lot. They ain't had the grades. They ain't got the grades. I did not want that to be a factor of anybody that I coached or come through our program to be labeled. Well, he's a 4-star talent, but he can't read or write. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we honestly, man, we really drilled the academics, man. You know, that's the first thing when I got hired. Mrs. Morrison, great legendary, late great Mrs. Morrison.
Yes.
Her words to me was, and she had short on words. Congratulations. They get them boys in school. That was all she said. You know,
It's a mission statement.
Yeah, I took that to heart because we seen all her players.
Right.
How many girls have we seen graduate from high school?
Wow.
Got a degree.
Yeah, man.
Master. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tons. Every
Endless.
year she was there.
Yeah, bro.
From when she started to when she finished. And I
Yeah.
was like, we gotta change the perception. You know what I mean? We just ain't running, jumping. We got some guys here that can do that academically. We got some guys here that can, that can go to a trade school. My thing was we gotta make avenues.
Right.
Trade school, technical school,
Right.
armed forces.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go play football, use that gift. Because I always say use that gift.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna get something from them, and they're gonna get something from you.
Yes, sir.
So you better know it when you go to that next level. So that was always a thing. Create the avenues for them to be successful.
Yes, sir.
Heck, shit.
At one point in time, we used to have those elements within the school where you can learn a trade, like metal shop, machine shop, wood shop, drafting classes.
Right.
I don't think they got that up there no more.
No,
at all.
they don't.
They might have wood shop, but I think that's it.
Remember the issue with the grades and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. After that first couple years, there were no issues. Remember we had
right.
they can play with a 1.5.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah, that was back in a certain era.
That was when we first took over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, people, get on this family. All that man wanted to do was see our kids.
Better the kids.
Yes.
That's when I first started working
I
out.
was like, well, it makes sense. Why would you want somebody to just be mediocre?
I think he was good.
No, he was great, man.
I was for him.
Sure.
He was great. He just,
I was one of his supporters.
He ended up.
Me too.
They hired the man that they hired. Once he got here, they didn't think he was going to be the man that they hired. You couldn't control him. You know what I mean? Number one, he was educated. You know what I mean? Number two, he had a passion for it, and he stood on business no matter what. Whatever it was, he gonna stand on business and tell you what it was and what it is. And a lot of people don't like that.
The truth, yeah.
And the fact that he was doing it set the stage for for my era. It really did, and that's what I came in on. Like, okay, I was fortunate enough to make it out. Go to Westminster, which I struggled tremendously. And if it wasn't for my position coach, who's like a father figure he in my life today, took me under his wing, Dr. Huey and his wife. If it wasn't for them, I would never made it out. Because I was struggling, with the studies, not being prepared, not knowing how to break down paragraphs and break down, different sections of your assignments and all that. They taught me that, like a crash course, like during the summer, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to make it out. You know what I mean? You're going to make it, you're going to do something. And I'll never forget this. My first semester, as a freshman at Westminster, at midterm, I come on with a 0.6. 0.6 GPA, right? I get home, my mom, she greets me, and she go, if you flunk out, where you going to live? True story.
That was the type.
You flunk out, where you gonna live?
Yeah.
Man, I went back for that winter semester. I got with my coach. I got with his wife, and they set me up a study table. They set me up with study groups in the library. And in between my classes, I would go to the library, study and do what I had to do. After that first semester, man, I ended up making dean's list in the spring to get myself out of academic probation. And ever since then, man, it's been positive. So I wanted to put that on my players. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. Because I wasn't like no high academic person. My sister now, she's the brain, she's a doctor. My brother Paul, he was an academic student. But me, I was a straight 2.7 GPA in high school. But I was not challenging myself.
Right.
It came easy. So
he was on cruise control.
Right.
Until our cheat sheets tucked.
Right. We're on this boat right at. Keep on notes for us.
Yes, sir.
But that's real talk, man. That was one thing that I wanted my guys that we coached, man, to understand the importance of, 4 years versus 40 years. You got your paper.
You gotta
that
have
paper,
a game
man.
plan.
You're gonna be all right with that paper. Wherever you get it, whether it's a technical, whether it's LTI, trade, you get that paper, you're gonna be all right.
Because I'm an honest believer that, like KB used to say last season, college is not for everybody.
No.
I was this close to getting my bachelor's degree and decided to get married. All this. That lasted about as long as me going to college, but I was thankful I had to learn and experience, but if I went to a technical school, I would have learned more in a shorter amount of time.
Right.
And would have been out there making the money that I needed. But Coach, got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you could take a time machine and go back and talk to your 16-year-old self,
Right.
what would you say to yourself?
Well, there's a story with that. You know, my dad told me when I first got hired, he's going to give you some advice. He said, be the coach that you wanted when you was 14, 15, 16.
Got you.
He's like, you make your own model, but talk to the players you talk to the way you wanted to be talked to and the way you wanted to be coached. Because we was coached hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Coach Uncle Bobby Stu, and they coached us hard.
Yeah,
and,
being on all them. Yeah.
And we had to compete.
Yeah.
Like you might have 5 people in your class, the same position, you compete for that position.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing I always wanted to do as a head coach, and even assistant coach, even in the college and everything. I wanted to coach them the way that I wanted to be coached. I want tough love. I'm gonna pat you on the back, but I'm gonna get in your face when you do something. You get a penalty or something crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I always want that tough love. That's how we was born, and that's how we was brought up. You know, and from our coaches and everything. So I wanted to instill that in my players, but also wanted to instill the academic, and then there's an avenue for you to go. There's somewhere for you to go. Might not be a 4-year school, but if you want to go to armed forces, you know, go to.
That's a route.
Brandon Gavins is graduating, and he's one of the good players that we had. Really a good track kid. And I remember I said, Brandon, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? Man, I ain't going to school. I said, I understand that, but you got to go somewhere. And a couple weeks went by. I went and picked him up, took him to Hermitage, talked to the Army guy, and he's still in the Army. The rest is history.
Oh, that's
dope.
You know, there's a place for you to go if you want to go.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's what I wanted them to understand. It wasn't going to be no football or basketball or track ain't the end all be all. If you want to go do something, learn a trade, you want to do something different, you can do it.
We got a caller? Oh, caller. Who is this on the hotline? Say your name and what's happening with you.
Come on, baby.
Hello, caller.
Go ahead, you got it. And come on YouTube after.
Caller.
We live.
What's up, y'all? What's up, fellas? Jeremy.
What's up,
Hey, what's up, Joe Money?
What's up, Big Brown? What's up, y'all?
What's
up,
happening?
Coach Jarrett?
What's up, man?
I ain't nothing, man. I was just thinking, Jerry, you don't even know, man. Back in the day, you and Alex playing middle linebacker back in the day. Both of y'all going to Clarion. You never know how you inspire somebody. You probably didn't know that back in the day, did you, Jerry?
I didn't, man. I really didn't.
You know, we was younger. You was a little guy. I remember like, LZ is that guy, but when you look back, like y'all classes that did in 90, 91, a lot of y'all went to school. You know that?
Yeah. A lot of us went. But a lot of us didn't go. You know, my last year we had 39 lettermen on a team. The team we had 54 teammates, but we had 39 lettermen.
Dang.
We was loaded. Like, and the thing about it, we knew like that year, guys didn't have to go both ways. We was just that deep, but guys still went both ways. You know. But I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, Fast Show Jump. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Much love, Jumpy.
Y'all was when you us 90s guys like football, you know that Jerry. Football and discipline from some men. Because Coach Avery coached me. When you ain't got no dad at home,
yes.
Sometimes only the closest thing you got is your coach.
True indeed.
Or something like that of that nature to look to as an example. You always was real cool, man. Always.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Well, love you, man. I said, let me call in and get Jared a shout out, but that's my guy, man.
Love you too, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Come back and coach. You know how you help my son. You never know what you're inspiring to do.
Yes, sir.
I would ask, but my question, Jared, is, did you think you would be a high school coach, a back-to-back state champ coach back then when you was in high school, laying cats out coming downhill? Could you see that forehead, Jared, or just the play? It just kind of happened.
It just kind of happened. I got into coaching late, man. I was 35 when I got hired at Farrell.
Right.
So I got into it late, you know, and that's why even the guys to this day, you know, Malachi, Braxton, those guys who want to coach and call, this is the best time for them to get in. Get in when you're done playing. If you don't make the pros, You right there, get right in it because you get right in. Yeah, you get on the right tree, man. You can go far.
Oh boy, he be refereeing the basketball games.
Ron Jack.
Yeah.
Ron Jack, my guy. I said, man, that's how you.
Another guy who created a career out of himself for himself, and I can see Ron coaching, refereeing in college next year. I can see Ron getting to the pros at some point. Honestly.
Yeah. So I was gonna give you a shout out, man. Call and get the show started, man. Love y'all, man.
Love you too, bro.
Thanks for calling in, bro. That's the number 2.
All right, love you, man.
Love you too,
All right,
man.
man.
Stay up.
All up, fellas. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All
Boy.
All right.
And since we've been talking about generational things,
Yeah.
I believe that, now you might correct me if I'm wrong, as far as being inducted into the Mercer County Hall of Fame,
Yes.
you would be the first in the 90s of our generation, right?
Right. I didn't think of it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
a person.
Right.
and he was supposed to call in. Earl, if you're watching, Earl, I was talking to Earl this morning, and he brought that to my memory, brought that to the table. Like, yeah, man, I said, you know what? He is the first from our generation out of the 90s, because it was what, 50s, 60s, 70s, of course, 80s.
Yeah.
Now you laying it down for the 90s, you know, I'm putting it down. So, you know what I mean? It's only right that Coach J is a 4-time My Valley Sports Big 22 Coach of the Year.
Yes, sir.
3-time PA State Football Coaches Association Coach of the Year. YTV 33 Hometown Hero, Man of Farrell Community 2018. WestPAFootball.net and PAFootballNews.com Coach of the Year. Best of Varsity Cup 2019 Coach of the Year and D10 Distinguished Service Award. He orchestrated 6 region championships, 7 District 10 titles, and was honored as 2018 Class A Coach of the Year, and also just recently inducted to the Mercer County Hall of Fame. And he served as served as assistant head coach at Teal in 2019 and linebacker coach at Westminster in 2021, where they won another championship. Everywhere he go, they win a championship.
Yes, sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up and put your hands together for Coach Jarrett Samuels. J. Prize. I know we already into the show and we started everything, but I just had to stop and pause to give this man his accolades, his flowers, and his much due, and just a portion of his right now resume, because he ain't done yet. I promise you, he ain't done. Resume
I'm
still
done.
building, still loading. But like,
I'm done.
maybe not sports wise, but he about to win another championship on the school board. School board, get ready. He about to end the regular season, preseason coming up, the school board season. Yeah, stay tuned. He about to be in the regular season, playoffs, championship, and so on and so forth. We taking the school board and our kids to the championship. Yeah, of education. The championship of education.
Yes, I appreciate that, man. But there's been so many good men that, that coach, with us, with me. We always have a we and us concept, man.
Yeah.
I never wanted to. I was a head coach, but I never wanted to, be like bigger than my assistants. You know what I mean? Because again, I laid the format out, I laid the practice plan out, but again, I didn't want to micromanage. Because if I'm micromanaging them, they're not going to grow as a coach or as a coordinator. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when I left, I wanted to make sure it continued. Didn't want to be no drop off. And it's probably, the best 16-year stretch from 2007 to 2023, because 24 is coming up, that Farrell football has ever had.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the district championships, the state championships, the appearances, the Final Fours, the guys going to college, which is huge.
Yes, sir.
You can't take me to any area where there's been a 16-year stretch where these young men, we getting them into college, we sending them off, we're helping them, or we're getting them, creating opportunities through technical schools, through trade schools. We haven't even been counting that.
Nah.
It's just been it's been a blessing, man. Like it's been a blessing to serve not only the school but serve the community, and but it's been a blessing to see my coaches, my coordinators grow. You know, Bill Dungy, man, and me and Dungy used to clash all the time. But that's one of the smartest minds, you know, around here. Like, you know, but I didn't, you know, he challenged me. You know,
Yeah.
Coach Amp, you know, he was like, man, Jay, I got it. You know, he put his hand, Jay, I got it. You know, just the conversations like the behind the scenes stuff that we would, you know, talk about, that we would argue about. You know what I mean? There's times where, you know, I didn't even come to Sunday meetings because I'm like, man, we lose a game, man. I'm like heated. I didn't want to lose no game. I didn't want to lose nothing, you know. So that was the respect that I have for these men, and that I still have for these men, and for the young men that we coach, man. It's a lifetime, man. That's a lifetime. I'm just blessed, man, to have all this success happen.
We got a caller.
Caller.
We got a caller. Caller, say your
Caller,
name.
you on?
What you got to say?
Brandon Farrell.
Oh, what's up, Brand?
B. Burrows.
Coach Jarrett, on now.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Congratulations on your Hall of Fame.
Thanks, man. You still doing the B. Burrow dance?
Yeah. Hey, you gave me that all nine nickname because all I want to do is do a fire. I ain't want to go across the middle. Hey, man, you one of the coaches I looked up to, man. You did it all, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man.
For sure.
Y'all had to buy in. So if y'all didn't buy in, it never would have worked. But y'all bought in, man, and that's how we became successful. We started winning championships with y'all bought in.
Yeah, for sure, man. You changed the program around.
Appreciate that, man.
It took a village, it took a village.
Oh, no doubt about it. I was tapping in every piece I could tap into. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Every time I needed something for a banquet, I'm calling everybody. You know, who I can call, and I'm very appreciative that, you know, the village helped. You know what I mean? Whenever I needed to ask somebody for something, they didn't tell me no because they knew it was about y'all.
Right.
Yeah, Brand, I always say, and tell Richard, and always say too, adults need villages too.
Yes,
No
sir.
doubt
Still
about it.
going on,
Sure.
No doubt about it,
man. Brand, thank you so much for
Thank you for
tapping
calling in,
in, calling in. Keep calling in. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support,
B.
family.
Burrows.
Love you, Coach Jarrett.
Love you, brother.
Yo, thank y'all for y'all time. Like, we love and appreciate everybody that tunes in to the podcast. But, you know, music moves the spirit, Coach.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you, as a player first,
Right.
what was the song that moved you? And then as a coach, what was that song that you put on to get the players at and then to get yourself at before a game?
Well, in high school, my favorite song was from Public Enemy. Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Welcome to the Tear Dome. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I had we had the little phone headphones.
Yes,
back then.
sir.
So I'm pumping that up. You know, I got so much trouble
So,
on my
yeah.
mind.
Refuse to lose.
Yeah.
Here's
No,
your ticket.
Not that get the hairs to this day, get the hairs on my back standing up.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
so we always that's all I played, you know, my head always repeated, get myself up into a frenzy.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
Because, you know, in high school I used to get hyped. I started crying. Because Friday nights to me was like, man, like, all right, I can unleash everything that pissed me off
That week,
that week.
right on the
So
ground.
it was like, I played dirty, man. I ain't gonna I tell you, I had the gloves on, but I had my fingers cut. I got fingernails. So I was sharpening my nails, man. I remember one time we tackled Spanky and under the pile, I'm just twisting his ankle. You know, I would gouge you know what I mean? Any edge I can get, I wanted to get, you know.
Yes, sir.
I didn't believe in playing like a nice guy.
Coach, it's a good thing the statute of limitations ran out.
Back there,
Yeah.
He just did the first 48. He stood for himself.
I got through out of college game once though.
Word.
Yeah, we was
Oh,
playing
right.
in Neva College, and we was playing, and the guy we in a scrum in the power, and he tried to twist my head. So you know, second person I get caught.
Yep.
I blasted him, right? He threw me out, right? Next day in film study, coach got it all on film, blew up. See this? We don't want this. Wait. I'm like, Coach, you didn't see him? Second person always get caught, Samuel. Second person always get caught.
Every time.
But yeah, that was the only game I ever got through out of in college. But
Wow.
as an adult, my favorite song for my players, because I'm a big Muhammad Ali fan.
Yes, sir.
So I always like that. Champs is here.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
Champs
Like,
is here.
yeah, 'cause I wanted them to know, like, we coming. Like, we
Yeah.
we coming, and you got to deal with us.
I think I remember the one time when I was working as a custodian for a school district. You was like, I need you to go home. It was on my lunch break. Go get your speaker
Yeah.
and play this song.
Yeah.
I was like, I got you.
Yeah.
I dipped down to the crib, grabbed my speaker. My mom was like, where you going? I said, back up to the school. Coach Jay wanted me to play a song.
Yes, sir.
They got
And that was like one of the dopest songs of my life, man.
Yeah. They get that system now up there, man. It's like,
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
It's like professional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bang.
But this is, man, this is, like I said, man, labor of love, man. And again, all the gentlemen and the men that coach on my staff, you know, all 11 years, thank you. You know, appreciate you. I love you. And like I said, it wasn't always good, but we always had a mission. We knew what the mission was, and I was only trying to get them to understand, you know, my mission and my passion. So,
And Coach Jay, can we shout them out? I know a few off top. Coach Omar Stewart, Coach Lamar Samuels, Coach Brian Hilton, Am,
Billy,
Bill Dungy, Coach Bucky New,
Coach Vic, in
Coach.
the beginning, Coach Terry Tubbs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach Harrison, both of the Harrison, right?
Yeah, tell the story with me. Tell the
Yeah,
story on
right.
Yeah, it was, man.
I'm
Just,
calling some of the names. Yeah.
you know, Coach Amor.
Yeah, the whole
We
staff.
brought Coach Amor, and it actually changed the game. It was a game changer because we never had a strength conditioning coach.
Yeah.
You know, and bringing him on, I knew what I was getting. He's a Farrell alumni. He's a Farrell guy in and out, but the passion, man. And, you know, my last few years, I had to, like, kind of tone back because people don't notice, like, I think it was 2015. We had a trainer. We were going through trainer issues. So we had a trainer up there, man, and he called a state on me. PIAA said I was practicing the kids too hard.
Oh, man.
Right, yeah. So first thing I do, I pick up the phone, call our AD, man. This is out. So we gotta get him up out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been having doing this the whole time. You know what I mean? He monitoring how long I got him on the field. We always kept water up there, but we grind. That's what we do.
Right.
But because he didn't want to be up there all that time,
Right.
the state said you got to go 2 hours, 3-hour break, 2 hours off. I'm like, man, we going from 8:30 to 7 p.m. Like, we gonna break in the middle for a couple hours, get some food, but man, get up out of here. This is what you talking about. So we ended up. But that bothered me because I was like, man, am I too hard on him? Nah, he got to go.
Yeah.
That happened though, man. Like, he really called the state, man. Because he said his exact words. We was practicing the kids too hard.
Good thing we got him up out of here.
I was about to say, did he move down to Washington last season? Remember the coach down to Washington?
He was a younger guy. He was a younger guy, you know, and he's one of them guys like, you know, the textbook stuff. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be like this. No. We got something here. We had something here before you got here, and you ain't gonna stop it. But it did. I'm like, man, this cat called a stay on me for real.
Unreal. Little whistleblower type.
Right.
But see,
But
that's
it
what
was crazy because like a year or two later, they changed the rules for camp. They changed the rules for camp where it's like 3 hours off the field and you can come back on for 2 hours. So we had to really go to these coaches clinics and all that and learn how they did it in college, you know. And so we started from 2014 to the time I left, we started like college practice. So it made us transition too, you know what I mean? Made us get more quality practice time, man. See how they do it in college, because in college, man, they get it in. Yeah, they moving.
there ain't no waste of time.
The clock on periods, you know, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. And when I got to college, and I found it as a college coach, I was like, God dang, we just did 2.5 hours. I'm like, dang, but it went like this. Because we was boom, boom, boom. So it was no wasted time.
Right.
You know, so once we learned that and incorporated that 2014, 2015, the team, the first team that ended up going to the state championship, the Hershey with Almonds team. The Cardiac Kids, but we had 24 kids after the year, man. Instead of 24, soaking wet dress, 24 kids.
Good God.
Took Farrell, Pennsylvania to the state championship.
Yes,
you know, we got beat up, but we shouldn't have lost that by that much.
Nah.
One thing about it, you know, the better team, they was better than us. You know, we come out 24 kids, they come out with 80 kids, man.
Yeah, I was down there. It was cold too.
For that, we go over to Urson and play at YSU, right? So we come off of, you know, for our team, you know, warm and everything. We had like 30 kids that year before 2015 team. They come out 35 kids, you know. It's like, oh, this ain't there, you know. Man, that's, you know, what's so blow? They brought like 40 more kids up.
Wow.
So like, God.
God.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. I was like, wow. That's the first big team we ever played.
Brought a whole nother unit on y'all, right?
Man, I was like, dang, yeah, all them kids, like, they specials got more than the whole team. But again, you know, the guys grinded, man. We grinded for a quarter, man, and then they took over. Them big bodies were you down, man. But that was the turning point, that 2014 team, to go into 15 when we actually, you know, had that the goal line stop against Sharpeville.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was probably
man.
top 5 biggest.
Up at Hickory.
Yeah.
And we partied so hard. Remember the party that we had at the Fisherman Club out back? Keegan had that party.
Yep.
The holiday heat up, or what was it? The Fresh Fest. It was the
Fresh
Fresh
Fest,
Fest. Man, we partied so hard that night after
That
we
was-
Sharpeville at
Yeah, that
Hickory.
was something, man.
Man, we partied so hard.
I remember the kids made a sign and
Fast shout out to
that was
Khalid
like down in the hole.
Yeah. Fast shout out to Khalid Raxter. He was
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
He ran his tail off.
That first game, he put 200 on us.
Right.
Put 200 on us that first game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know, and hey, we came back and guys, man, that was probably one of the biggest wins, by far the biggest D10 win
Absolutely.
that I've ever been associated with. I mean, that was like
In epic proportions.
Yes.
They just knew they was about to win
it was
that
going
shit.
in.
Yeah,
It was going
they
in,
just knew.
man. You know, and it was like, and, you know, Coach Bill called the Tebow play to tie up to go into overtime.
Dope.
But I remember telling the guys, man, just keep fighting, man. And that group was close. I was about to know those guys. Jello with them. Alex Myers.
Yeah.
You know, Alex might have been like, he's the only quarterback that I know that I coached, like, didn't nothing bother him. He could throw 3 interceptions, and he'd be like, same facial. I'm going crazy over here and talk to him, you know what I mean? But Alex, man, he was just he and that was the mark of that team, man. No matter what happened to them, they never got rattled, man. They always rose to the challenge, man.
Yeah.
Always, man. So they gonna always have that place in my heart, man, because the way they fought all year, man, like through a lot of adversity.
Yeah, well, coincidentally, that's who you are, Jay Rise. And
Yes, sir.
every team, whether they knew it or not, they don't know that, but they have rose to the occasion as a sign of you, the leader. They didn't know it. They was rising with Rise. You feel me? And when we have guests come on the show, I know you've seen, it's a portion we like to give them their flowers as in gifts.
Appreciate it.
So we got a little something for you, you know what I mean? And we wanted to present to you.
There you go, Coach. You got that, and then you got this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, this is nice. This for the wife.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You already know.
Oh
In
man.
the bag.
Do this.
You got the signature. And since your name is Rise, Keegan, I know you about to watch the show and worry out about the bag. Keegan always be like, man, why you always picking people them bag? Because his name is Rise.
Trace.
Jay Rise.
I appreciate it, fellas, man.
We appreciate
is
you,
awesome,
Coach.
man.
Like, you're a true testament. You're a true testament to the championship city that we all love.
Yes, sir. And much love, Miss Tracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm trying to be long with it. But last January, before her birthday, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, and at the time we had I was running. I had my own business, running my group home. I still got my LLC, Captain Care Dog Homes LLC. You know, we still licensed. We still got everything intact. But she was the one that actually was running the home. You know, while I was, working at Newcastle. You know, I'm still there too. But she was the one day to day. 6 a.m., 6 p.m. Getting girls up and everything, getting them, ready for their life and all that stuff. So when she came down with cancer, man, it rocked me because my mom passed away from it, a few years ago, and it was the same type of cancer.
Wow.
But she wanted me to pass this along, like for the ladies, man. Self-examination is how she caught it. Self-examination. There was no doctor, no treatment like that. She self-examined and she found a lump. And she went through her treatments, and the treatments, man, it was tough. I'm like thinking the same in the back of your mind, like, man, maybe she ain't gonna make it. My wife, she's a little lady, you know what I mean? And but through all the sicknesses, man, and through all the chemo treatments, which is the hardest part of it, and then the chemo, then the surgery. She had the surgery back in November, and then now she's on her autoimmune. So she's on her last phase of treatment, man, and praise God. Thankful for all the pastors and my close friend Pastor Rice out of Newcastle, man, good brother. Dr. De La Cruz, everybody knows Dr. De La Cruz.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's been my pastor, my counselor for a long time, a decade. So all the prayers is appreciated from everyone, and we gonna carry it home, and and this is why I try to we go out every week and try to enjoy ourselves, no matter what it is, because everything every day ain't promised. As we get older, we've been all going through some things, and
Sure.
just know that, man, like prayer works, and been through the storms, you know what I mean? Been through the storms with my children, you know what I mean? Been through the storms with them, and but God is able, man. And
yes, sir.
No matter what, man, I pray every day. Sun up, sun down. I pray till I go to sleep.
Yes, sir.
So God is excellent, and we just want to continue to stay in God's favor. It's right
Yes,
now
sir.
we're in God's favor. We want to continue to stay in His favor and stay uplifted. But on the mental health note and on a physical note, we got to take better care of ourselves. And
yes, sir.
That's why I actually started. And Coach Vic is a big part of this part. Style change, changing how we eat, changing what we put in our bodies, because a lot of this food now ain't real food. It's causing these cancers.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It is.
Causing inflammation.
Yeah.
That's
It's I'm a type 2 diabetic. I got high blood pressure. I have high blood pressure since I was 18 years old. It was inherited.
Dang.
But when you don't take care of yourself, and you don't exercise, and you eating the wrong things. Man, I ain't had a hamburger in 6 months. I ain't had no pork in 6 months.
That's good. Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I ain't had a steak in 6 months. I ain't had a prime rib. So there's so many, foods that I love.
Yeah, bro, that red meat.
Yeah.
That red meat.
Yeah.
Because people be like this targeting pork,
but no, the red meat.
The red meat.
Does more
And
damage.
I was reading
Yes.
stuff, everything white. That's not racist, but the sugar, the flour, the milk,
yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, the rice, white rice. You got to go brown and get your protein, the wheat
Right.
products.
Long grain rice.
Yeah, you got to just do different
Yeah,
stuff, man.
My brother always told me, eat to live and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's like you get the interest of the test. But I was being stubborn and wanted,
And then wasn't
want
yeah.
to take care of myself, and then when I seen Vic do what he did, and what he continued to do, and then one thing about us, we all competitive. We always want to get each other hard, but when he challenged me, he challenged me. He actually challenged all of us. He's like, man, we were sitting down. Matter of fact, at Little Lamont's open house, and he was like, man, we gotta be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gotta be here for people that that love us and everything,
Real talk.
take better care of us. And I took it to heart, like, man, he right.
Yeah.
So I gotta, I'm on this mission, and I'm gonna stay on this mission, and I'll just keep praying, keep me strong and everything.
Yes, sir.
But at some point, I do want a burger.
Hey, bro. Earl said that's how y'all was too. Earl. That's my classmate, this and that, man. Shoot. Fast shout out to class 90. We was so competitive that we could cheat in Jax.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. Dang, see, Earl?
Listen, Jax, we did hopscotch.
supposed to call in. Earl said,
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
y'all competed hard in no matter what it was, everything.
Walking down the hall, we get down the hall fast.
Yeah, that's
Stupid
crazy.
stuff. I'm serious, man.
Who get back from lunch first?
Right.
Right.
Man, everything was a competition, man.
Like y'all class of 9, we looked up to y'all, man, so much, not just athletically, but academically and everything. Like, and that just set the groundwork. Okay, we trying to be like them.
Right.
When we get up there in senior years.
But that's how we was, you know. We looked to Uncle Vernon from the '80s all the way up, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they was always visible. Like we growing up. I mean, I ain't no Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but all we knew was the Farrell Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought professional team.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we went to the games and they running around like everybody else was.
Watching it.
Maybe at halftime. But I was in the stands like this, like man, like I want to do that. You know what I mean?
Went to our time.
Yeah, because they was, man.
That was an influence on my grades.
I'm telling you, man, it was some bad.
Yes,
We have right now. We just see bias. You know, we see what we see now for the last few years. Guys that I coach, you know, 95, 96.
Yeah.
But them guys.
But it was guys like Mike Lee.
70s.
I remember going up there and seeing guys like Mike Lee and them run the ball and all that stuff. And then they'd be up there chanting
late Tony
outside.
Playboy.
In the rain. The little boys. We had chance.
Donnie Dove.
They was getting beats.
Get loud, big Russ.
Yeah.
You know, Winfrey, them guys, man.
Yeah.
Man, there was so many. We had so many people in all the sports, you know, that you look up to, man, and say, wow. You know, even my thing was I used to always go watch the girls volleyball.
Yep.
The practices that sports would put them through. Yeah. Brutal. And I always say, like, man, they embarrassing than us. Yeah. Because they was.
Yeah.
You had to run the city park and back.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember that one
Sit
year.
the wall all the time. Always sit the wall. Go sit the wall.
Yeah.
Miss Morrison was like,
that's where
Miss Morrison got them to California for a tournament.
Listen,
like, volleyball. They place high.
Everybody talk about goats, but she, you know, and I didn't see and everybody else, but sustained. I'm talking about totality. You know, winning on the court, off the court, you know, and developing women, man. And she never changed who she was.
Nope.
And that's the most impressive thing about it. You know, the success didn't change her. And she always remained the same person she was.
She used to have the guys shook.
Yeah.
I didn't disrespect Miss Morrison. You young bucks, man, Miss Morrison was stern. Like, you would be doing some dumb shit coming out of the hall, see Miss Morrison, and you'd be like,
tighten up.
Miss Morrison played no games.
Yeah.
Whether you were male or female.
Exactly.
Whether you played or not. She didn't pull no punches.
Yeah, she was the real one.
Mm-hmm.
She was the real one.
You're right. She was herself every day, all day with everybody.
Yeah. She was.
Yeah.
Still there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What you see, what you get with her. Yes, sir.
And that's a 25.
Appreciate it,
I didn't know exactly what to get you, but I kind of had an idea.
You get the
was going to get the crown.
You get the right thing. I'm a tequila man.
Tequila?
It's all good.
Got you. That crossed my mind too. I was going to grab the 1800.
But then we'll enjoy this too.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up and let you get up out of here. But it was such a pleasure and a blessing to have you bless us with this first episode of season 2 of the Farrell Podcast. You know, shoot, if you ain't doing that, we would love to have you come back as a guest host to kick
guest host,
man.
You know
This was a good time, man.
Fill it up, you know, just
real good time, man.
Get it in.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. Oh, matter of fact, before we get up out of here, I got a minute with More P, and my minute with More P is make sure y'all pop out to the pop-up. Chloe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And my dude Marquette.
Yep.
You know,
big money brand.
State.
Yep.
At the Sharon VFW this Saturday, April 13th. I can't remember the times, but if y'all look it up, it's right there on our page, and they got a page. So look it up. It's posted on our page right now on the screen. Right now, you can see it. Check it out. Check out the times. So go support. See the vendors. Have a good time. It's going to be some good music and good food there. Please step out and support our family. It takes one. Each one teach one. Let's go.
God bless you.
Sir.
Appreciate you.
Once again, Coach, we want to thank you for being our first guest on season 2. Little side note, he was supposed to be one of the last guests on season 1, but it's only appropriate to have him on the first season 2 episode. And as we usually do about this time, we usually hit the people off with some music. Oh, you got any bars, Coach?
Oh, shoot.
I ain't got no boys.
In the voice and in the words of my brother, Notorious B.I.G. And if you won't stop, then we won't stop.
Continuously to get money. You could be as good as the rest of them, but as bad as the worst. So don't test me. Get money. You gotta move over.
Get money.
I can beatbox now.
Master plan.
Deaf with the record. Deaf with the record.
Drop that bass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your man, the leader of the Ballhead Nation. Not only is in the Mercer County Hall of Fame, I'm inducting him into the Ballhead Nation Hall of Fame today. Yes, sir. Sign off. Leader of the Ballhead Nation, the mayor, Mark P.
And it's your man, DJ Rich Stacks. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you again, Coach.
Thank you.
King of the Big Backs in the building right here. Your man, DJ Rich Stacks.
Oh, shoot. 90 in the house.
I ain't got no money at the pipes no more.
Yes, sir.
Fat boys.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the next episode.
Good looking, Coach.
Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, brother.
One.
Love y'all, man.
Peace.
Peace, bro.
Yeah.